Good evening. Hello and welcome to Sports Today. It was an exciting day of Test cricket in Mumbai. Day two ended with India finishing on 69 for no loss in their second innings, leading New Zealand by 332 runs. Well, 16 wickets fell on day two as bowlers ruled the roost on day two. Let's get to the main highlight of the story first itself. Ajaz Patel. He has become only the third bowler in the history of Test cricket to pick up all 10 wickets in an innings. An incredible achievement for an overseas spinner to do it in India. He is the first spinner to do it away from home, but you can call it home away from home, like how Sunil Gavaskar called it on air. Because Ajaz Patel, 33 years old, he was born in Mumbai, he was brought up in Mumbai, he went to school in Mumbai, and at the age of 8, he moved to New Zealand. It's an incredible story, right? Because when Ajaz Patel, before the start of the second test, he said, when I landed in Mumbai along with the New Zealand team, I felt very nostalgic because he was coming to his city of birth. And of course, it was going to be special because his parents, his relatives, everyone who started their lives in Mumbai would have been eager to see how Ajaz Patel performed. And it was very evident that the left arm spinner was pumped up. He wanted to do the lion's share of bowling, and he in fact bowled around 40, more than 40 overs in the first innings. And he also bowled a long spell of around 8-9 overs towards the end of day two. And in the end, bad light stopped play on day two. In fact, it was a very funny thing how New Zealand went off because the light was okay to continue with spinners, but Tom Latham threw the ball to Tim Southee, and Tim Southee kind of pretended that he wanted to bowl and New Zealand wanted to bowl pace only. So the play was called off at around 5:20 p.m. with India being 69 for no loss. So Ajaz Patel, like I said, he's the third spinner in fact, after Jim Laker, who did it in 1956, and our very own Anil Kumble, who did it in 1999. Unfortunately, Ajaz Patel might be the first among the three, as in first man who has picked up 10 wickets to end up on a losing side, because it seems that there is no way back for New Zealand from here, because 332 runs of lead with 10 more wickets for India. Even if India decide to bat the entire day tomorrow, or maybe a couple of sessions, they will kind of get a lead of around 450 or more than 450. And then coming back from there is going to be a tough task for New Zealand, because we all saw how Indian bowlers bowled. New Zealand were bowled out for 62 in their first innings. It is in fact New Zealand's lowest test total against India, and in fact the lowest test total in India by a test team. 62, they were bowled out for 62, with Ravi Ashwin picking up 4 wickets, Mohammad Siraj with that beautiful spell with the new ball, proving yet again that he's moving up the ranks in the pace bowling department, because you remember Indian pace bowling, Shami and Bumrah not there for this test match. They are of course going to be the number 1 and number 2. And when it comes to the third competition for the third spot, I think Siraj has a edge over Ishant Sharma and Umesh Yadav. Of course, Ishant Sharma looked very ordinary in the first test, and he is injured. He did not take the field for the second test. Siraj replaced him, and what a spell! That, especially that delivery to Ross Taylor that pitched in and just left enough to take the top off. That was fantastic to see. Indian bowling performance was as usual top class, and the Mumbai wicket, which has a little bit for everyone, bounce, spin, bounce turn, and everything. Siraj exploited with the new ball very well, and then the spinners took over. Akshar Patel picked up 3 wickets, continuing his very good run in Test cricket. And Jayant Yadav, coming back into the Test side after a couple of years, he picked up 1 wicket. And Ashwin picked up 4 wickets. It was in fact his 50th 4-wicket haul. He's only second next to Anil Kumble in the list of Indian bowlers with most 4-wicket hauls. Ashwin has been a phenomenal bowler, and he's establishing time and again that he's going to be the lead spinner for India. He bowled really well. But let's come back to a little bit of Ajaz Patel. He went to New Zealand when he was 8 years old. In fact, he didn't start as a spinner when he went to New Zealand. He himself told that he was influenced to play cricket by his cousins in New Zealand. So he started playing cricket, and he in fact was a left-arm pace bowler. He picked up more than 50 wickets in a season when he was playing under-19 cricket, and he was a joint highest wicket taker along with Tim Southee. But slowly he began to understand, because of his height, which is of short stature, because of his height, excuse me, because of his height, he wanted to try out spin. and he worked with coaches, a lot of coaches there, and he improved as a spin bowler. And it's terrific to see the lines and length he bowled. He always kept the batsman under check, but unfortunately, he didn't get support from the other end. That is something that New Zealand could have thought about, because, like Sunil Gavaskar always says, you should go in with your best bowlers, regardless of the conditions. Very unfair to say regardless of the conditions, but at least you go in with your best bowlers. New Zealand went in with three spinners. Will Somerville looked ordinary, and Rachin Ravindra, he had a bug for the first day, and he also didn't take the field for a couple of minutes today at the start of the day's play. So he couldn't make an impact. So it was only Ajaz Patel, and he did a terrific job. But he had support from the other end, maybe they wouldn't have allowed India to score more than 300 runs in the first innings. But nothing to take away from Mayank Agarwal. His place in the side was under question, but he played a brilliant knock. He finished with 150, and he was dismissed right after 150 by Ajaz Patel. And in the second innings also, Mayank showed that he's in good touch. Once again, he has put himself in a position where the selectors can't ignore him. Maybe he will be the third opener when India tour South Africa at the end of this month. There is KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma who are not playing this test match. Obviously, they're going to be the first choice openers. And Shubman Gill is also in the line. Obviously, Shubman Gill was injured when he was fielding at short leg today. He took a blow to the hand when he was fielding at short leg, and he did not open the batting for India. In fact, Chiteshwar Pujara walked in along with Mayank Agarwal, and both of them did a good job. They made the partnership for the opening wicket was 69 before bad light called early stumps. So many people are questioning why India did not opt to enforce the follow on. What is the point of enforcing the follow on in a situation like this? You're not going to get bonus points. You're not going to get anything out of bowling out a team quickly. Of course, the broadcasters would also want Sunday to be packed with action. So you will get to see India batting on Sunday, and the expect crowd to be filling in one when Virat Kohli probably turns up tomorrow and does something special. Remember, he got out for duck, and he'll be on pair when he starts the innings tomorrow. So the Wankhede crowd would want Virat Kohli to do something special. And it is also an important knock for Chiteshwar Pujara. Keep in mind, there is pressure on Chiteshwar Pujara, especially with the likes of Shreyas Iyer and also Surya Kumar Yadav being in the line. So that middle order spot, the number 3 spot. So we have a question from S. Roy. He's asking, should Mayank play at number 5 instead of Rahane in South Africa? Well, number 5 at the moment, if Rahane is not playing, then it might go to Shreyas Iyer. And keep in mind, Hanuma Vihari, he is also not considered, but he's touring with India. He has been touring South Africa A with the India A team, and he has hit 2 half centuries, if I'm not wrong, in the second 4-day match. So there is a bit of competition for the middle order spot. And keep in mind, Mayank plays spin really well, so it's not a bad option, S. Roy. But I do think that if Rahane is not playing, I'm sure that Rahane will be part of the squad that tours South Africa. But if Rahane is not going to play, then India might consider Shreyas Iyer or Hanuma Vihari for the middle order spot. But Mayank hasn't done anything bad. He has in fact forced the selectors to consider him. His place in the side was questioned. There was speculation that Mayank might be dropped to make way for Ajinkya Rahane for the second test, but unfortunately Ajinkya Rahane suffered an injury, and Mayank got an opportunity, and he got an opportunity, and he has done well. He made 150 in the first innings, and he's batting really well in the second innings as well. And one more thing, Ajaz Patel could have had his 11th wicket today, because Chiteshwar Pujara was trapped on his pads, and New Zealand did not take the review. But the replay suggested that the ball would have gone on to hit the stump, so 11 wickets. But like I said earlier, Ajaz Patel, it could be a bittersweet moment for him, because he might end up on the losing side. But knowing New Zealand, they will put up a fight in the second innings. They should put up a fight in the second innings. Kane Williamson is not playing, but like we all discuss, Kohli's spirit to India's team and Kane Williamson's spirit should be there in the New Zealand team. Their senior batters, Tom Latham and Ross Taylor, got some brilliant deliveries from Mohammad Siraj today. So expect them to provide a bit of resistance, but I do think that overcoming 332, the lead is 332 now. If India set around 450, more than 450, it'll be improbable, not impossible, Anything is possible in cricket, but I don't think New Zealand have a chance of chasing down the total, and hanging around for a couple of days will also be a tough job on this pitch, especially with Siraj and the Indian spinners. Ashwin will be licking his lips to bowl on a day 3, day 4 wicket on this day four pitch in Wankhede. But I do think New Zealand should be playing better and try to delay the inevitable in the Wankhede test. For now, it was the day of Ajaz Patel, but don't take anything away from Mayank Agarwal and the Indian bowlers. They just gave 29 overs, and Ajaz Patel had to come back and start bowling again in 29 overs. And there was no surprise. He wanted to take the new ball and he bowled a long spell. But there was the venom that we saw from Ajaz Patel in the first innings was not there. Obviously, when your team gets bowled out for 62, you look a little flat. You don't know what to do because you're behind so much in the match that you lack a little bit of motivation. That's something that was there, that was evident with Ajaz Patel. And of course, he was a bit tired as well. He is not used to bowling such long spells. He did well in the first innings, but he looked a little flat. Hopefully tomorrow morning he can come back and do well. Keep in mind, Richard Hadley holds the record, New Zealand record for picking up the most wickets in a test match. That is 15 wickets. So Ajaz Patel can go past Richard Hadley. Jim Laker holds the record for the most wickets in a test match, 19. He picked up 9 wickets in the first innings and 10 wickets in the second innings in that 1956 test. So that's it from this test match. But keep in mind, India's tour of South Africa has been confirmed. There were concerns about the Omicron virus, but today in the BCCI AGM, the decision was taken, and in a press release signed by BCCI Secretary Mr. Jay Shah, the tour has been confirmed. But it will not start on December 17th. It is going to start on December 26th on the Boxing Day. Excuse me. The 3 tests will stay. The 3 ODIs will stay, but India are not going to play the 4 T20Is. They're going to play it on some other date, probably before the T20 World Cup next year. But the South Africa tour will start on December 26th, and it'll have 3 tests and 3 ODIs. That's it from us. Join us back for plenty of action tomorrow. India will push for the win tomorrow. If New Zealand come up with a good effort, then we might see the match going into Monday morning. But if Indian bowlers continue the form that they showed today, it might get over tomorrow. Have a good evening. Have a good Saturday evening. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. That's it from us. Have a good day.